Hello, and welcome to this episode of The Diary of a Lawyer. And I would just want to cover briefly the UN Committee on Racial Discrimination recent reports on, I think, three or four countries, but the one that has been more scathing in its findings and concerns has been the one on Italy. The report appears to have covered Croatia, Italy, Namibia, and Senegal, among other countries. But I think it's the Italian um, concerns that have, for some reason, been caused widespread discussion and debate in the media internationally. Now, that could be uh, because of the depth of the concerns and recent events going on around the Mediterranean and the ideologies of the various governments in charge. Or it could be because of the high profile nature and Italy's position in the global order and part of the European Union, and also Italy being one of the countries that has a number of people Italians living outside Italy, who have made other places home, whether it's the North America or Africa and other parts of the world. And so that's why it's probably caused widespread discussion and debate. And committee, the UN Committee on Racial Discrimination, says that the number of racial minorities, such as the Roma, Sinti, Kamimanti, and specifically also Africans and people of African descent, how they're being discriminated against and subjected to inhuman and degrading treatment, and sometimes putting their lives and safety and well-being at real and present risk. And he has called for the government to apply legislation against hate speech, investigate any reports of racism and hate or incidents, and also called for the Italian government, to punish perpetrators irrespective of their status. Now, I think several months ago there was a gentleman who had a disability who was selling uh, merchandise on the street and was then killed publicly by the person he was trying to sell to. Now, there were sort of different versions of why that was necessary, but he was arrested and killed. So the perpetrator was arrested, but I think there were some concerns from within Italy, to be fair. Uh, Generally, the public overall sympathy as to how the police officer concerned in charge was trying to justify, I think, what he termed as aggressive begging as some kind of provocation that some people could interpret as warranting a loss of life, even if that were true, although that was disputed. The gentleman, when he was just selling his stuff, um, merchandise, and he is disabled and he was beaten to death in broad daylight. And he happened to be a black person of African descent who was supporting a family. And so those are sort of some of the high profile incidents that I'm assuming the UN is referring to. But so it also made reference to the 2018 law and the so-called cattle law that was passed, cat law, CUTO law that was passed in 2023, and also the sort of the one that covers it deals with the rescue situations at sea that are going on, and the concern is that such laws put more vulnerable people and their lives and security at risk, uh, uh, especially in relation to search and rescue at sea operations, and it calls for protection of racial minorities by applying the law, and also afford access to uh, for people who are fleeing persecution or whatever reason they're fleeing within the confines of the Geneva Conventions on Refugees to be afforded a right to apply for asylum and protection, and refugee status, and be processed within the law and with human dignity. And so that is what the committee is calling for, but it has basically um, focused mainly on the Italian government with specific instances in some of the laws that's passed in the recent years. Now, there haven't been able at this stage to see the response from the Italian government, but it has been widespread international coverage of the UN committee's comments and concerns in relation to Italy, among other countries, to be fair, such as Croatia and Namibia, but the most significant issues were the ones that related to Italy. And so we shall be following developments, and there we shall leave it on this episode of the Diary of a Lawyer. Thank you for listening, and we shall speak again. Thank you.